You're listening and watching Leveling Up with Nicole Smith on the RSN News Network. Listen to Nicole Smith, life coach and business developer with JMS Creative Solutions. This program is recorded. We are in the middle of part two. On this week's program is Finish the Year Strong. Let's join the second part of Finish the Year Strong on Leveling Up with Nicole Smith in progress.
Oh my gosh, I gave up. Listen, JMS Creative Leadership Solutions was created about 4 years ago because it feeds off of our bigger organization of JMS Consulting Group LLC. According to the IRS, we've been in business since 2006.
Yeah.
It was a side gig. I'm a corporate dropout. I was in the corporate world for 26 years. I hear you. I understand you. I feel you, my corporate folks. Okay, I'm there with you. It was a side gig, and then 1 year, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe didn't bring in any clients. It just was like, I'm going to make this corporate thing work, right? But also too, I didn't have enough time to be able to really put into the business, the systems, and stay consistent with marketing and so forth. And social media was not around then.
Oh, it was like billboards,
newspapers,
phone, telephone, radio,
cold calling,
yellow books.
Yes, so let's see.
I'm just joking. It's yellow pages.
That's whippersnapper.
I kind of
But no, so
I aged you on that one, not me.
So, but when I decided to drop out of the corporate world 4 years ago and go really heads down, really hard in JMS Creative Leadership Solutions, that's when it blossomed. Because I had to stay consistent. I had to write my goals down. I had to write down my business plan. And I was determined to make it work. So I decided the goals. I decided the steps I needed to take. I committed to the steps. I committed. Some of y'all are afraid of commitment. Well, some of y'all are afraid of commitment, not just in relationships, but just in regards to what you want, right? Because we're so, we're in this world of immediate gratification. And I want you to know that if you jump out and you start your own business, and there's people out there right now that are saying, come with me, I can show you how to make 6 figures in your business the first year. You need to ask these questions. 6 figures revenue? 6 figures in my personal
6
account?
figures in expenses is what it is.
6 figures in net profit.
Expenses.
Because what you're going to make is 6 figures in expenses.
Expenses is what's happening.
So let's be clear. Let's be clear, all right? I need us to know that first year, I'm not saying you won't make any money. I don't want anybody to get discouraged or anything. But I need you to be realistic in that goal of what you're going to do. Because everybody got a pretty paperclip to sell. What makes your paperclip so different? So in regards to business and learning, some things in business is, for me, staying consistent, even when you feel like you don't want to move forward anymore, you don't want to do it, you don't feel like it, this sucks, I have a janky attitude, I have a janky mindset, okay, just need you to pause for the day and just literally shut it down. Just shut it down and go reevaluate your why and your purpose. So me, Nicole, I keep circling back to my purpose. I am here to share the lessons that I've learned in the corporate world in leadership to all the current leaders and aspiring leaders out there, because I want you to be exemplary. I want you to flip the leadership dynamics that we grew up with, the way it's supposed to be, flip that upside down in its head.
And there's no age limit to leaders. I don't know who needs to hear that word, but somebody needs to hear that. You do not have to be 25 or older to be a leader.
No, and leader doesn't require a title. So if you are in the workplace now and you are encouraging and motivating and inspiring and empowering and helping just move forward in the mission and vision that you have in the workplace, you are a leader.
You are absolutely.
You are a
leader.
leader, so keep walking. Because listen, you can go for that SVP title, senior vice president title if you want. And you can go up there and say, they're going to pay me $200,000. Okay, more money, more responsibility.
Absolutely. And let's get back to responsibility. So CEO, right? So
Right.
I honestly wish, and this is the only regret that I ever have about becoming a corporate dropout. I wish I would have stayed in corporate university a little bit longer for two reasons.
See, I got the 26 years.
Yeah, but like I was in corporate America for about, I was gonna cap at 10, but I made 7 years. And when I got ready to leave, I remember thinking like, I hate it here, but I should probably tell. Look, I remember telling it, and then I remember the day that I finally like put in my resignation. I had a plan. I was ready. But like if I could go back and do it, I would have waited 6 more months and really just capitalize on leadership training. You know what I mean? Like really pull the things that I found myself struggling with day one as a business owner. I would have learned those. I would have asked more questions to
Yeah.
leaderships in that company that I was working
Great.
for. You know what I mean? I would have gained a little bit more like mentorship coming out day one. I think I didn't learn till after I was drowning. Oh, I need some mentors out here. Like Lord send some ships. But
Right.
like I literally was like
Mentorships.
I was screaming for ships because I was sinking in the middle of, because I jumped out there on my little paddleboard, right? Thinking
Right.
like I'm an entrepreneur, I'm doing this thing.
So this is where I tell individuals, if you're currently in the working world, in whatever industry, when I say corporate world, whatever industry, because what is it, that corporate mindset, the corporate rules and systems, they play in
Every industry.
they work in every industry. So whatever industry you're in, whatever workplace that you're in, and you're saying, I think I might want to jump out on my own because I have this fantastic idea, and that's great. I'm all for taking calculated risk. I'm all for jumping and jumping forward. But while you're in there right now, take your notes, all your notes.
And then make copies of your notes.
Take your notes in regards to how the systems work, but also take your notes in regards to how you see leaders leading people. Because more than likely, you're going to say, that's not what I want to do. Because we have a few good leaders, but I bet you have a whole list of poor leadership that you're seeing right now today as you're listening to my voice. You are watching some sort of leadership leader dragging dead bodies behind him or her because they don't know how to lead. So take notes on that. And that's what made me say, okay, I'm going to jump into human behaviorism, emotional intelligence. I'm going to jump into how to help people be good leaders to people, not to the task.
And while you do that, I'm gonna jump in on a lane that I think can help. So while you helping us be exemplary leaders and leaning into our greatness,
Leaning into your greatness.
I think that one of the things I should have done, which I think if you listen to this and you get your MBA, you in corporate America, you in college, all the classes that you probably hate, if you want to be an entrepreneur, those are the classes you need to pay attention to. Be very honest. Accounting, pay attention to. You need to, if you're going to be a business owner, you need to understand accounting. You need to understand book, because as an employee, you don't think about accounting, right? All you think about is, I gotta file my taxes. But if you pay taxes or you're in an industry and you want to open a business, all of the classes that you probably don't like in your master's or your undergrad will 9 times out of 10 be your hardest hurdles as an entrepreneur.
And stop saying, I don't know business. I'm not good at business. I'm not good at math. I'm not, no, because I had that limiting belief on me as well. And now when I talk to my CFO, my husband, Marcus Smith, in regards to my quarterly P&Ls and all those reports and stuff that I pull out of clicking online, yes. He said when I talk business with him or I talk about strategy for next year, he literally looks at me and goes, "You so goofy."
Yeah, because it's serious.
Ladies, especially my ladies, my sisters, you know business.
You got, but if
You know business.
even if you don't get like 5 good birds and ask questions from there, like what's a P&L, baby? I promise you, you're gonna have a husband by the end of the week.
Right, but no, seriously, you have a business acumen, it just hasn't been tapped yet. And so for me, when I dove into my business 4 years ago, I dove in and I learned what those terms meant from bookkeeping, from the accountant, taxes, and so forth. And so those have been serious lessons for me in regards to stop the lesson here this summer, lesson this summer in business, whether you're working in the corporate world 9 to 5 or whether you're doing your own thing, stay consistent, okay? And stop labeling yourself.
That part.
Stop labeling yourself as a limiting belief. Stop saying you don't know business. Stop saying you don't know math. Stop saying, well, that's not my wheelhouse. Learn it.
Learn it.
It may be uncomfortable, but learn it.
Or hire someone.
Especially my sisters. Because we, my African American sisters, we are opening up small business left and right. Learn your business. Know your numbers.
The scariest part, and I love every good sis that I got in my circle. But the scariest part that I have is when I have a conversation with people and they're like, "Oh, I'm starting a business. I'll open up a business," and that person I specifically know like does it like don't understand like filing tax and income tax and during tax time it's always like this and this and all. And so my first suggestion to this person was um, the biggest thing as a business owner you want to understand are your taxes.
Right. That
Because
part.
not only is it going to show how much you got to pay, but it also shows how much you can borrow as a business.
Right.
And a lot of us think that our cash revenue is what makes us successful as business. You will not be a successful business if you cannot borrow money to scale your business. If you do not understand credit, do not understand taxes, do not understand accounting.
But you gotta get those business credit cards. Get those business credit cards to help build your business.
All of those things,
Yeah.
you y'all say you learn that at the corporate job before you leave.
Right.
Because it's not your responsibility, so you never think about it. But I guarantee you, there is somebody in that office that you probably shared a coffee with that can walk you through that in 10 minutes.
Right. So the lessons we've learned so far this summer is relationships. You know, go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. Go where you can just have that safe space to, lay your thoughts, your emotions, and it be just at a safe space.
What they say, lay your burdens by the wayside?
Listen.
Nicole, you can lay your burdens on me.
Girl, you part of that high vibe trucker. But also, too, the second lesson was just being consistent, staying focused on your why, whatever it is, whether you're 9 to 5, whether you're an entrepreneur, stay consistent. Remember your purpose and your why. Why are you doing it? It's your big why. My mentor, Dr. Shirley Davis, stated that one of her big whys, her purpose was her daughter in regards to her entrepreneurship journey. And she is a successful businesswoman, but she said her big purpose was her daughter, to show her daughter that she could do this and that learning the lessons, not having her daughter learn by fire, right? But taking those lessons and saying, I want you to learn these lessons. Her daughter was her big why. It can be your kids. JMS, Creative Leadership Solutions, JMS stands for my two boys. Their initials. So it's what is your purpose? I want my children, my two young black men, to understand their purpose and what they can get out of this world, right? That they can be entrepreneurs, I'll be proud. They can be, in the corporate world, I'll be proud. They can be in the entertainment business as my little Jeff thing, I'll be proud. But yeah, so it's just what is your purpose? What are you trying to accomplish and stay in the course?
And stay in the course. My lesson this year, I'm gonna piggyback and caveat that is that if when discovering your why changes, just change your walk.
Ooh, okay.
Because
Pivot.
the pivot, and not necessarily a pivot, sometimes it's just changing your walk completely. Because I think this year was hard for me. Not necessarily saying I put myself in a box with titles, but like I stuck to this why that I had came up with for so long that I was neglecting the why that truly was over my life. And and I was holding myself to know this because this is what I'm supposed to do. This is how I want to be, how I want the world to see me. Not realizing that the world had already were seeing me as something, and I was already impacting. I already had a platform and a stage,
Yes.
and it was coasting parallel
Mhm.
to the why that I was holding on to. And the second I dropped it and walked where I was supposed to, this makes sense.
Just yeah.
It's not that hard, not that devastating, and it doesn't feel like failure. It feels like lessons because when you're when you're walking properly, even when you fall or you get up, you can get back and run faster because you know where you're going.
Right. That's why I say I like to tell people when they jump forward, you can see
Yeah.
jump forward, you can see where you're going. But I would have to say for me, consistent and staying faithful. I don't talk a lot of spiritual
Come on.
or
Yeah.
God based or Christianity on my show. But yes, I am a God fearing woman, and I remain so faithful, and I truly believe He has ordered my steps.
And he gonna keep ordering.
And I just keep paying attention. There's a lesson in everything. You pay attention, you have to pay attention. So the last lesson, this is the one for me, is this summer I have done my travel research.
Wow.
We've gone to the beach.
You've been to all the beaches.
I've been to all the beaches. I love to travel, okay? So when we talk about values in regards to, owning your business and how do you do this, Nicole? I want freedom. I want freedom. My thing is I'm not chasing money. I'm chasing freedom. And when someone tries to challenge that freedom, or gets in the way of that freedom, yeah, I get a little on edge. But yeah, so it's that freedom to be able to reset, recharge, just regenerate, just reflect. So, Shireen, you had said something earlier about as an entrepreneur, I think a lot of people think as an entrepreneur that you take your laptop and you go sit by the pool every day and design your strategy plan for the for the year, or you only work 3-hour days,
Let me bust y'all
or you get up at 5 a.m. and and you have this morning routine because all millionaires get up at 5 a.m. I just have to be clear, I don't get up at 5 a.m.
But she said millionaire. Now, before, hold on. Now, not to cut you off, Nicole. Now, before you come in here and give your nuggets, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to mean this, and I'm going to say it 10 toes down on it. Now, the day Sheree become a millionaire, I'm going to talk like that. Hey, guys, 5:30 a.m.
But this is what I say. Millionaires get up at 5 a.m. I don't get up at 5 a.m. Let's be clear.
Now,
I do not get up at 5 a.m.
When I get 2 commas in the bank account, I might.
But no, you do what's best for you. But what I do, and I think Shireen and I would both encourage you as a business owner and even a 9-to-5er, take your PTO.
Listen.
Take your PTO.
And you the person that signed off on it, so why you not taking
As
it?
an entrepreneur, who you need permission
You
from?
literally the person who approved personal time off. Why you not taking it? I cannot when entrepreneurs say they are burnt out and need a vacation. I stop and look.
Listen.
Close the laptop.
And then here's what I say. Why can't you take time? Oh, I'm so busy. Okay. Have you checked your systems within your business? Because if you can't leave for 3 to 5 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, a month, whatever, you don't have the proper systems or people in place to help manage your business.
Now we don't got money like Nicole. Nicole's talking about leave for 30 days, but I got a good 3 days.
I'm not saying I won't have to open my laptop after 30 days. But no, it's take your PTO. So my 9-to-5ers, yes, you earned your PTO, your paid time off.
If you die tomorrow, they take it back. Like real talk.
They're not writing that check out to your family.
Your family do not get the remaining balance of your PTO accumulated.
But why are you not taking PTO? Because hold on, I'm gonna step on some toes.
You think that's your company?
You are so vain to think that company can't run without you.
Somebody else company.
You that vain to think that if you were to take a week off or even 2 weeks off, that company is not going to do well without you. How vain.
But we take that same, when we do that corporate job, we take that same mentality in entrepreneurship though, right?
Right. So this is what I'm saying. Take your earned time. But hold on. There's companies out there now that are doing unlimited PTO.
Oh, flex PTO.
Unlimited, meaning as long as all the spaces and corners are covered, you can take time off and you can take time off. Oh, yeah, you can take all the time off
Okay, unlimited PTO is just working remote. Let's really talk about that's all it is.
No, just we have such a mindset that we feel like the work cannot be done without us. Or I've heard people say this: when I come back, there's going to be so much work to do. You have to rest. You have to rest, and I need us to understand what self-care is. On season 2, Stephanie M. Kirkland did a podcast where she talked about self-care is a little more than just getting manis and petties. It's about calming your nervous system, your lymphatic system, and what do you need to do? What is the steps in the process for you to take that me time, that self-care? And one of my first things is take your vacation, take your PTO. As an entrepreneur, I have no meeting Mondays. I may meet with my admin because that just allows me to focus with her.
Right.
I don't have anything else going on around me, so her and I can really, really focus. Friday, I rarely have meetings afternoon. I have client calls, throughout the week scheduled appropriately, but like potential clients, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But I block my time. So if I know I have a busy week coming up or I know I have a busy month, I block my time to where I can focus on what needs to be focused on. That's self-care, even as an entrepreneur. But also, too, just saying, hey, you know what? Friday, Monday, I'm going to get myself a 4-day weekend.
So my therapist, she gets on me often, and when she listens to this, and she does listen to every episode, I appreciate you, sis. But one of the things she often says is like, "Hey, Sharon, how often do you get like a mani pedi?" I'm like, "Well, I try to go every 2 weeks."
Right.
She said, "Well, how often do you go and put your phone down and then cut massage on the chair and close your eyes and actually go through the therapy session that you're paying for?" Because that's what a mani pedi is therapy, right?
Right.
And I sat there, and she was like, I'm like, no, I'm usually check social media or my email or I'm on the phone.
Right.
And so like she challenged me, and so now I intentionally, like, when I actually go get my nails done or even my eyebrows or whatever, hair done,
whatever it is,
I'll put my phone down and enjoy the service I'm paying for. And then I had to learn that we work best from rest, not for rest.
Ooh.
And so
Like that.
on Mondays when I'm trying to come in off the weekend and jump straight into it, it's a terrible Monday. Like my day is, you saw me this morning. I
did. Yeah, I saw her before we recorded this episode, and she looked like who did it and why.
This is a real life. Like Mondays are just this shovel. So imagine me trying to talk to a client and trying to like really be my best self. Work from rest because I didn't get rest yesterday. Tomorrow I will be well rested because today I'm going to get the rest that I need.
Because she's chilling with me, y'all.
Yeah. So like man, come on, get y'all rest, get your self care, be consistent about yourself.
Yeah. Read a book.
Read a
listen
to an audio book.
I mean, listen to an audiobook. And self-care doesn't have to be always a $200 massage.
And you ain't gotta go whisk off to Miami just for self-care. I don't think Miami's self-care. Miami is the opposite.
She's talking about a recent trip we took our high tribe for her birthday. Yeah, we were a little tired.
You need rest after that kind of rest. But really, like, focus. In order to level up, Nicole, I believe, and this is what I've learned from you.
Tell me, Shalane.
I think that one of the hidden gems in leveling up is number one, just being transparent about what you need. And if you can understand, like, these are the things I need, then even beyond okay that those things change. If you can acknowledge this what I need to be my best self, if you consistently knock off those daily, weekly, minute by minute, I don't care when you do it, but if you consistently make strides toward checking those off, what do I need? Your level up comes whether you want it to or not.
Your routine, your boundaries, sticking to what makes you feel good and to thrive. Yeah, and taking that self-care. Shoot, I get my hair done every 2 weeks.
I can't afford it, but I wish.
I get my nails done, I get the pedi, but even shutting it down, sit on your couch and find something on Netflix, Hulu, whatever, and just put your phone down.
Do nothing.
And do nothing. Listen, Doing nothing is an accomplishment.
Doing nothing is everything.
Doing
I want
no-
that shirt. Can we get that on a shirt?
Doing nothing is an accomplishment. I want us to feel that you don't always have to be shaken and moving to feel like you are accomplishing something. So that's a lesson that Sheree and I both have learned this summer is to just shut it down. Take a Wednesday off. You know, people have a hard time taking Wednesdays off. You know, wait, I used to promote this in the corporate world when I was leading a team. Take Wednesday off. Monday, Tuesday, you break up the week, come back Thursday and Friday. I would actually see the temperament change in my employees when they would come back on Thursday. It literally, they were just like, oh my God, I love taking Wednesday off. It felt wonderful. Take a Friday, take a Monday off. Because listen, if you were to leave that job and they pay you out your PTO, yeah, it looks great, right? You leave and then they pay you out the PTO. But like Shireen said, God forbid if something happened to you, that PTO goes right back into their bank.
PTO is not a life insurance policy.
So I need us to take that PTO, take your vacation time,
Please.
enjoy the fruits of your labor,
Please.
okay? And remember, it can go from anywhere from just laying on the couch and listening to some jazz music to taking that vacation to wherever you want to take it, air flight, whatever it may be. You decide. You choose, all right? And stop judging other people that do.
And don't get these companies with other people's names on the articles of incorporation 40 hours a week of your time, and your family and your household and all the other things get two.
Oh, okay. So on that note, we're just gonna recap that summer review. Relationships, partnerships, friendships. You know, there are some of those ships that are just for a season. You gotta be okay with them sailing on, sail away, and it's okay. I want us to, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're 9 to 5er, applaud you right now. Stick with it, keep going, stay consistent. Okay, stay faithful. Remember your purpose, remember your why. And then lastly, take care of you. Take care of you. All right? Because you can only give when your cup is overflowing. Because they get the overflow. When your cup is halfway full, don't be you're trying to give people half of your cup.
Your assignment is you in this season.
Exactly. All right. So Shireen, I think we did a great summer recap. Leveling Up with Nicole Smith.
It was indubitably excellent.
Leveling Up with Nicole Smith is going to take a little hiatus. We're going to take a little break because it is fourth quarter. We are strategizing for JMS Creative Leadership Solutions.
I got some goals that I think my goals got scared of the goals that I have.
Correct. And listen, if your goals don't scare you, if your goals don't make you feel, truly feel it down in your bones, then you need to look at your goals.
Those are hobbies and wish lists. Those are not goals. Like
Correct.
your goals, and also make sure I want to say this. Come up with goals that forces you to involve people. A lot of goals that I have are like Shireen can do it. Shireen has always done a lot of goals, and so one of the things, and it's just me pointing to somebody, one of the things that I found has been most helpful in most of the growing seasons is when I intentionally create goals that forces me to partner with someone who I normally wouldn't partner with, or grow in a way that I normally wouldn't grow, because at the end of those goals, you level up.
And you're learning something from other people too, and that's because as an entrepreneur, we think we always need to be alone.
No.
All right, in the corporate world, we're like nobody understands. There's other people out there that do. So partner up with someone.
You my colleague.
Yeah. But listen, my friends, it is the fourth quarter. Are you looking at your goals for this past year? Are you already strategizing for your goals next year? I want you to finish this year so strong. I want you to finish so strong. Shireen, thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
For doing
I'm gonna get emotional. This is the finale for real.
Of the season of season 3. She rolled her eyes at me. Listen, my friends and family, you decide how and when you want to level up. So as I stated, if you follow me on Instagram or follow me on any social media, I always say I need you to decide your goals. and the steps that it's going to take to get there. I want you to commit to those steps, and I want you to stay consistent. Until next time, lean into your greatness. Thank you for listening and discovering how you can unleash your potential and make an impact. If this lit a fire in you and you want more, subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. You can contact me at all my social media handles. Instagram at the Nicole_Smith, Facebook at the Nicole Smith, LinkedIn, Nicole F. Smith, as well as my website for JMS Creative Leadership Solutions, jmscreatesleaders.com. Listen, if you walked away with one golden nugget, let me know, because those are the wins I want to celebrate with you. Until next time, lean into your greatness.
You have been listening to Leveling Up with Nicole Smith on the RSN News Network. Listen to the best of the show Leveling Up with Nicole Smith as she prepares for her new season coming soon. Next, it's the Weekend Vibe with Lewis and Jones on the RSN News Network, right after the RSN News break. For more information on Nicole Smith and her JMS Creative Solutions, please go to their website at www.jmscreatesleaders.com. This is the RSN News Network.